Hey everybody, I was debating on whether or not to do a video today. I know I've missed a day or two. There's a pretty little cardinal headed up there to the bird, but we've had a busy, very busy week. We've dropped one child off, or one young adult off at Job Corps earlier this week, and then several appointments, and then last night another child graduated. So it's been very busy, and then with the rain everything has exploded. So I'm not going to do a full garden tour, but you can just kind of see the beds are overflowing, which I love, and we have a lot of color out here now. The flowers are starting to bloom. Oh, hi. I don't know if you guys can see him. He actually came up to say hello. Hi. As you can see, the corn did come up very spotty. Up here is where the chickens were not really active during the winter, but down in this area is where they were. But all around the edges there, they were not really active. But as you can see, the corn is growing. It is much better than our attempt at corn last year. It's not very tall. Some of it is probably 5, maybe 5.5 feet tall, but it's already tasseling. But the exciting thing that I wanted to show you was that we have some ears of corn, which is farther than we got last year with it. So woohoo for small successes, right? But we do have a lot of beans coming up in here. Beans, and they are starting to flower. You can see that right there, starting to flower. Some squash or pumpkins. I know I mentioned in another video that we have a lot of tomato plants. There's one right there. We'll just kind of walk through here. You can see the pollinators are super busy in here. We have more corn germinating because I had come back out and sowed some more corn out here. I do see some flowers down in the squash. Oh, I thought it was flowers. Maybe it's just some done. Oh, nope, there's some flowers over there. It almost looks like it could be a butternut. I don't know if I can zoom in there. Can you see that? Or maybe a Seminole pumpkin? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see what that is. Rows, there's actually some pigeon peas coming up back there that I can see, and it looks like some flower seeds coming up back there. More beans, a couple little corns popping up in there. Grass, which I will get to later. Corn. This one is not very tall at all. It's already starting to tassel, but that's okay. It's success that we actually have ears of corn this year. More tomatoes with flowers. There's one right here, 2, 3, 4 tomatoes just from right here that I can see. 4. That one, yeah, that's 5. And then step through here, and there's another one, 6. And I'm sure I am missing some of them. Lots of grass, lots of beans. Oh, we got little beans on there. See those? I believe these are all pole beans. Oh, it looks like they could be the Shelly beans. Well, that's what I call them. They could be rattlesnake, or they could be Shellys. I'm not sure. We'll have to let them get a little bit bigger. But that's good to see that the beans are there, and the beans actually help add fertility back to the soil. So while the corn needs a lot of nitrogen and nutrients to grow, the beans actually add some of that back in there. Oh yeah, we have a lot of beans. Wow, way more than what I thought. That rain really did help. We did get quite a bit of rain. Here's another tomato. So I've lost count. Is that 6 or 7? I've been counting the other ones over there, 8 or 9. Yeah, more beans. So if you guys had seen, because there's another tomato right there. So there's probably at least a dozen tomato plants out here that we did not plant. I don't know what kind they are. We'll have to wait and see. And then we do have some sunflowers coming up. My camera's not focusing very well, but sunflowers coming up here and there, which is nice. But lots of beans. I'm very happy with the beans, happy with the pumpkin. That's the progress on our little Three Sisters patch. Right now, it is doing much better than our Three Sisters patch did last year. So I know I said I wasn't going to do a garden tour, but I needed to check on the cucumbers as well because they're really taking off here. I was thinking, oh, I do. I was going to say, just get ready to say, I was thinking I should have had at least one small cucumber, and I did. I just couldn't remember where it should have been. So as you can see, there are weeds everywhere, but things are really, you can see the beans are really taking off, starting to come up over the trellis. So hopefully all the beans will cover the trellis between the beans and the tomatoes. Green tomatoes in there. Lots more in there. It's kind of hard to see, and I can't tell if you guys are able to see them or not. But lots of green tomatoes in there. There is a nice big tomato right down there, and another one right beside it. Some of the squash that we recently transplanted out. They are taking off. We have been harvesting some of the yellow squash. A couple, not as many as the zucchini, but a couple. And then that squash, I believe that's spaghetti squash down there. Anyways, I don't know if you can see the birds. Yeah, that's what I say. I'm not joking or kidding or exaggerating when sometimes I say that we're out here in the garden and we are just surrounded by nature, because the birds come out. As you seen when I was over there, the bird came right to me and they will sit right there. I can be working in the row below them and they'll be right there just munching away and singing to me or talking to me. But it's just amazing. Then we have cabbages, which are starting to form nice heads. We should be able to start harvesting cabbages pretty soon, which means I will have to make sure I have some plants ready or seeds ready to pop in the beds for the areas that the cabbages are coming out of. It's not a perfect garden, but it does what it needs to do, and it is feeding us and it is blessing us in so many ways. And we are very thankful that we are able to have this garden and that God gives us so many blessings in so many ways. But thanks for watching, and may your roots grow deep and your spirit stay nourished. God bless.